Welcome to part 3 of things I've learned about relationships in my 28 years of living. Obviously, I wasn't dating when I was like 10 years old, but you get the point. A massive one for me is that, trying to think how to phrase this without sounding too pessimistic. I am using a wipe just to get this glitter off, by the way. Big one for me is that you can be as in love with someone as you think you are or as you want to be or whatever, but if you cannot live with them, I don't know where you're going to go from there. Like, it can be so hard to live with someone just based on if you've been brought up completely differently, if different amounts of siblings, different home environments, it can be really difficult. I use my avocado cleansing balm, of course, but this is something I have experienced. So trying to live with someone when you've just been brought up different ways, one of you has been super independent your whole life, the other one hasn't, and things like that, it can just be really difficult. So this is why I find it crazy when I see people getting engaged, when people do these kind of massive steps and they haven't even lived together yet. I just find it crazy because it can literally make or break a relationship if you can actually live with someone. Obviously you can always work towards making relationships work and things like that, but if you're already engaged and you haven't lived together yet, when you do go to live together, you're going to put up with more shit than you should have, than you would have, if that makes sense. I don't know if this is making any sense, but I get what I mean. The really important thing that I've learned about in relationships is trust. And I've actually got to part 3 and haven't even mentioned it, because trust should just be a given. If you even have the slightest inkling that the person that you're with is not trustworthy, communicate it to them. Something that they're doing makes you feel like you might not be able to trust them. But someone does not need to break your trust for you to admit that you just don't trust them. You can just get that vibe from people that you just don't trust them, and it is always good to trust your instincts. It is also very important though to know the difference between not trusting someone because of their actions or their little hints, and not trusting someone because of your past experiences. If someone's broken your trust before really badly, that is their problem. Shouldn't be your problem to take into the next relationship. It's a reflection on them, it's not a reflection on you. If you're moving into a new relationship with someone new, they've never broken your trust, don't take that baggage with you, because it's going to ruin the potential that you have with this new person. Last but not least, this is one I've personally experienced. Never let someone try and convince you that you do not deserve or cannot do better. You can do better. There are wonderful, wonderful people in the world that would never disrespect you the way that some other people will, and other people will gaslight you into thinking it's not that bad when it is. You probably deserve better.